Good morning and Happy New Year. Welcome to African Mom's World. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the development on the food garden, and also we are going to harvest. We were in the countryside, and when we came back, we got a shock. It has been raining. Rain, rain, rain. So no more watering, no more irrigation, but it is raining and there is a big difference. We are in the semi-arid lands of the eastern part of Kenya, Africa, and it is a semi-arid land where rain is not so common. And for the last 1 year, a rain season was missed. So this means a lot. We are so happy about the rain. Even the weatherman, when he says there's going to be El Nino, for us, even just a drop would be El Nino. So we are so happy, and join me in the video today.
The grass was so tall, but now it has been cut. It looks really nice. It has been trimmed so well. Notice the trees. They have really grown tall. A little bushy though. I think we need to prune them. From the background, I hope you can hear some music. The birds are singing. I really enjoy them. They even wake me up in the morning. So nice. It feels nice walking on the grass that has been cut. Wow, so nice.
These bananas were really small, very small when I got them from my neighbor. They're actually the sweet banana. You know, those ones that ripen. And just see how big they have grown. Just look at this one also. In fact, this one, the chicken had eaten almost all the leaves. It was not doing well. But I'm so happy that it has grown this far. And then look at this one. Just look at this one. This is actually the first fruit. It has really grown. And soon we are going to harvest our first banana. You can see even the bees are enjoying. Let me just be careful that they don't sting me. And beneath it, we can see there are tomatoes that have grown. And also other bananas have shot out. Soon we'll be able to transplant them. But I'm so proud that this has happened, and it's heavy such that we have had to support it so that it does not fall. And even these tomatoes that have just sprouted here, we have to support them because soon we are also going to harvest from here. Look at these tomatoes. Just look at these tomatoes. In this dry part of land, they have done quite well, and we have several of them on the farm. Then this is a vegetable that you just eat the leaves. We call it muchicha or amaranth. I didn't know it grows so big, but I realized that it's variety because there are several on the farm which I'll show you. They have also grown quite tall. Then we have a lot of pawpaws. Actually, there are different varieties, but they have grown so fast. Actually, in a span of a month, the difference is so big. And this one is actually, we planted it at the same time, but it got an injury. As you can see, we have tied something around the stem. It's now growing. But you can't imagine they were grown at the same time. So that's how life is. We are not all the same. People have different stages, just like plants. If something happens along the way, then your progress is derailed. So these are vegetables, cowpeas, and they grow so fast. There is one here that is called morenda. Actually, we mix this and this. It's a very high in iron. Then these are the pawpaw trees I was telling you about. Just look how big they have grown. There are several of them. And if you had seen the earlier video, we planted trees in between the pawpaw trees. So these are cypress. Then we have pawpaw. And that is the grevillea. And the pawpaw trees actually are so impressive. Interestingly, some of them have already started fruiting. So it is a very nice variety. That's what I was praying for. They are the variety that has pawpaws within a very short time. So the weeding is continuing. So we've done it in some areas and others are yet to be weeded. But I just want to show you this pawpaw tree. Just look at its size. It's actually about my knee high. Yeah? And look at that. Look at that. Those are already pawpaws. Those are pawpaws already. Look at that. There are several of them. Wow. I am quite impressed. This is an indigenous tree. We didn't want to do away with it because we have to mix these varieties of the cypress and these indigenous ones. So this is another variety of the amaranth plant. It has bigger leaves and they're very soft. When you mix them in different vegetables like the African nightshade, they are very sweet. These ones are also very rich in iron. So this is the African nightshade, and you can see this is the variety that has the orange seeds. Where are they? Here, the orange seeds there. So it's a different variety. It's a bit bitter, but that's what we like. Though most of the ones that I've shown you are actually the agriculture ones. The ones we say they're agriculture. They are not so bitter. You can even fry them. But these ones are normally just cooked the traditional way. You don't need to fry them. Yeah. There's a pawpaw tree behind it. And then these are green grams. Actually, when they are growing, you may think that they are beans because the leaves look the same. But the main difference is the leaves are rough. You know, they are more rough than those ones of beans. And then when the pods begin when we still begin having pods, just look at them. They are very small, very thin actually. But this one is actually a bean, and some are still flowering. If you see the ones for the beans, they are bigger. Look at that. Then we have to be a bit creative because we were constructing and we had a lot of material left over. We had to make a bench where we come and sit and look at our kitchen garden. Look at this big stone. This is the foundation stone. But the ones that we have used there, that was the facial board that remained. And those are just stones that were for construction of the walls. Now, I realized that at around this place, the beans had started yellowing and they are not looking very nice. But I have discovered this hole. This is actually an ant hole. And I know that this can be very destructive. If any of you knows any drug that we can use to be able to kill these ants, because I know this can be very destructive. So I'll go to the agrovet and check, but if you know any, please let me know, because this is going to wipe out all my crops. Then this is another amaranth. Just see how tall it is. It's the red variety, different from the one I've just shown you, which is the white variety. But my food garden is looking very nice. Very nice. And as you can see, the birds there on the electricity line, they have already started enjoying, because they just drop down here and eat some of my things in the farm. But anyway, well, that's what the Bible says. The birds do not even know where to get the next food, but every day they're getting their food. And then, of course, we cannot miss having kales. These ones, we have to have them on the farm. Yeah, because we use them more often than any other vegetable. It's quite cloudy this morning. In fact, it's really cold. And you might not understand the excitement why I keep showing you this garden, but it's because this is in the semi-arid lands and it has been very hot for the last few months. Actually, we skipped even one rainy season. And so this year, when we came back from the countryside and found that it has been raining, it was quite a joy. And to see the progress on the farm, we are very happy. This is a multi-story garden. And this we have to do because there is very little water here. And when we use the one we have for the piped one, it becomes a little expensive. But this is how it looks like. So when we've done that, it is easier for us to be able to irrigate it. So we have spring onions here. Then we have some tomatoes. And the tomatoes here are not doing so well. I'm not sure whether it's the rains, which are too much. But here we had potatoes. And as you can see, they have dried up. So I will be harvesting the potatoes so that we find out, since this is the first time we have planted, if we can do so next time.
I think these are the most important and the happiest moments for any farmer, because it's really based on faith. You just plant, you water, or you irrigate, or it rains, then you wait for God to do his thing. And so I'm very happy this morning, and that's why I actually had to do it myself, just to find out if these Irish potatoes that we planted in this organic soil, we actually used the chicken manure, which had been mixed with sawdust. Then we used the soil that was already on the farm. We did not bring in any other soil because this is black cotton soil. And it has actually done well. I'm so excited that we can harvest. We have also learned quite a lot that when the Irish potatoes begin flowering, you need to put soil so that they can be able to grow bigger and get a good ground, soft place where they can grow big. We forgot that, so it was not aerated and they didn't have space to grow big. But given another chance, we now know that Irish potatoes can actually do well in this area, and we will be doing it again. And then we also did not know that when they start drying up, it's a sign that they are actually ready for harvest. So we almost got late for harvesting.
So we had quite a lot of material that was left after construction, and we have to raise this soil and use it appropriately. Once the rains are over, it's going to be dry almost immediately. So here we have planted tomatoes. And not tomatoes only, we are also going to put managu. Managu is African nightshade. We have this famous one here, the dragon fruit. It has not done very well. In fact, it had rotted at the bottom because it was in the soil, so it rotted. And this does well because it's in the cactus family. It does well when it is dry. So we had to cut off the part that had rotted and transplanted it here. Thank you for watching to the end. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. If you have liked the video, please share it. See you in the next one.